Africa Investor Today is proudly brought to you in association with Petro SA and Afrexim Bank.
Good day and welcome to Africa Investor Today, where we bring you the latest on business news from Africa. We start today's bulletin with politics and economy. On Monday, Gabon's Constitutional Court rejected challenges launched by the opposition to Ali Ben Bongo's victory in an August presidential election, paving the way for Ben Bongo to replace his father as president. Violence erupted in two of the oil producers' major cities shortly after the poll result was first announced, but a disjointed collection of opposition parties failed to convince the court to reverse Ben Bongo's win in a drawn-out challenge. Singapore's Minister of State for Trade and Industry and Manpower, Mr. Lee Yi-shiong, will be leading a 31-company-strong delegation comprising 44 representatives to sub-Saharan Africa from the 12th till the 18th of October 2009. Jointly organized by International Enterprise Singapore, Singapore Business Federation, as well as the Singapore Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the mission will commence in Africa. Thereafter, the SCCCI and SBF delegations will head separately to South Africa and Ghana, respectively. We'll bring you news on companies and markets after the break. Stay with us.
Redefining energy means redefining life. At the Petroleum, Oil and Gas Corporation of South Africa, our commitment to greater innovation and greener fuels has made us pioneers in the field of gas-to-liquids technology. It has also earned us worldwide recognition for producing the cleanest fuels through environmentally friendly processes. That's how we've become the international leader in diesel technology. Through pure innovation, pure energy, pure brilliance.
Continues on companies and markets now. Retailer ShopRite has ditched plans to invest in Zimbabwe, citing that due to the current socio-economic and political uncertainty in Zimbabwe, they will not engage in further investment opportunities in the short to medium term. Absa Asset Management analyst Chris Gilmore described the decision as surprising, considering that Zimbabwe was increasingly becoming a promising country despite concern by the West about the slow pace of reforms under the new government. Uganda's biggest mobile phone operator, MTN, raised $100 million from a syndicated loan for network expansion, and Absa Capital, the investment banking group arm of Absa Group, was the lead arranger of the deal. The 5-year loan was primarily denominated in Ugandan shillings, with dollars making up a small component. Banks involved include the Ugandan units of Stanbic Bank, Standard Chartered, Kenya Commercial Bank, and Barclays Bank, as well as DFCU and Orient Banks. On to some banking and finance news after the break. Stay with us.
Afrexim Bank is Africa's leading trade finance bank, an organization dedicated to promoting African trade through credit, risk-bearing and advisory services. We pride ourselves on having local presence throughout the continent and are committed to extending our award-winning trade and project finance programs to unlock private sector development continent-wide. We invite you to become a part of our vision for a strong Africa in a changing world. If you trade within Africa, contact us to support you.
With banking and finance news now, in South Africa, structural growth opportunities could in the next 5 to 7 years contribute 5.7 billion rand to 9.6 billion rand to banks' earnings. Analysts expect a significant repricing of the retail activities of the major commercial banks. RMB Morgan Stanley points out that Standard Bank has the ideal combination of risk and spread of earnings. It also has strong exposure to the investment banking sector, while its retail advances this year could produce strong growth of at least 15%. A positive view on Nedbank was also expressed. Nedbank has improved its capital position significantly, alleviating fears about its capital adequacy. EcoBank has said it plans to have a presence in 44 African countries, up from its current 28. The bank said that this was aimed at service a wide range of customers across the continent. That's all from banking and finance news. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more news after the break.
Africa Investor, the leading African investment magazine, is essential reading for investors in Africa, filled with the very latest in Pan-African investment and finance news. In addition, log on to africa-investor.com to find out more about our exciting capital market, infrastructure and tourism events, and our long-standing investable Africa Investor 100 Index series, which tracks over $600 billion of African equities. Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.
Infrastructure news. The Nigerian Minister for Transport, Mr. Ibrahim Asa Bayo, has said that the poor state of transport had impacted negatively on the growth of the economy. Delivering a keynote address in Calabar during the National Council, Bayo stated that the lingering problems in transport system could be traced to the funding constraints, institutional capacity, limitations and inappropriate maintenance that had deteriorated the available transport infrastructure. He added that planning, developing and maintaining of the nation's transport infrastructure should be a shared responsibility among the three tiers of governments, namely federal, state and local governments. German airline Lufthansa, which suspended operations in Port Harcourt, capital of the South River state of Nigeria in the wake of security threats in the Niger Delta region, is to resume international flight operations soon from the Port Harcourt International Airport. A statement from Mr. Blessing Wakina, the acting chief press secretary to the River State Governor, said that resumption of the flights by the airline was a further pointer to the return of normality to the rest of Niger Delta area. According to Wakina, the airline will formally resume operations on October 26. United Arab Emirates-based Downer Gas said on Tuesday it had made 2 gas finds in Egypt with reserves totaling an estimated 86 billion cubic feet. The gas was located in Farasco 1 and Mazouk 2 in one of its concessions in the Egyptian Nile Delta. And that is how we reach the end of today's bulletin. Please log on to our website at africa-investor.com for more details on these and other stories. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Africa Investor Today is proudly brought to you in association with Petro SA and Africa Bank.